From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. It's caught at the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option to run and play action, maybe throwing it.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown, Saints! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 43, 15.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to sling this deep downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On play action, it's Mahomes. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Saints have taken the lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's caught by Royal. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Washington now brings this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action. Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Fourth down, Mayfield. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. A gain of 26, and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got his open man Royal. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, 57, 57.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Washington now brings this out. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 32 on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. Touchdown! Chase Claypool from 8 yards out. And the Saints have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He finds his target Royal. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 72 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Royal making the catch over the middle. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now here's Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Right side, Claypool's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
A quick throw complete to Washington.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Nixon will try the right side. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Mayfield.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Baker. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, baby.
Here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Attack, attack.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, Ridley.
One final try for Mahomes. And it's caught. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for New Orleans, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.